On the two previous videos, I showed my monk army, and I also showed my Pied Piper army. This video is going to kind of round out what's left of my Skaven. I think I have somewhere between 25 and 35,000 points of Skaven. A lot of it you'll see here. There's a couple units that don't get in here, but that's the way it is. Here are my slave units. You'll see that there's a lot of slings in there. I don't use a lot of slaves, but I do have them if I ever get around to using them. This is one of my favorite parts of the army. You'll see that there's two different hordes of rat ogres. I love these guys. I really like the old ones because they're kind of sleek looking. The only problem with them is there's not a lot of poses. The new ones are cooler, and what I mean by new, those that are made after about 1990. If you look around, you can find a lot of different poses for rat ogres, and there's a lot of cool different kinds, and you just have to kind of look around on eBay and see what pops up. Here again, the really old ones. Like I said, I like these a lot. I just wish there was more you could do with the poses. They're kind of pretty static, but it's okay. They're still pretty sleek, and I like these a lot. I used to use giant swarms a lot, but I got my rear end kicked in a couple times, so I don't use them too much now, but I do have them. So they are there. Here's the pack masters. I don't use these for my Pied Piper army. I use little tiny ones instead because it just looks cooler. But I do have them if I need them. One thing when I was thinking about while doing this video is you could actually take these pack masters and use them as plague monks if you wanted. It would help boost your plague monk numbers up. Here you see my war machines minus the stuff that the plague monks have. It's already in one of the other videos, so I didn't show them. Here's my Poison Wind mortars. I built these before they actually had any, and you'll see I used the 40K's Imperial mortar and had somebody attach it to the back of these guys. I have all three generations of the bell. In this case, the bell actually got better. Some miniatures are better when they're older, but not in this case. Jezzails are always cool. I like them. I've never tried a whole Jezzail army, but sometime I will, just for the fun of it. I have 4 warp fire cannons for those really huge games if I wanted to use them. These are another one that have improved with the new models. Here are my Globadiers. I forgot to put some of them in there. Here are the newer ones that are over to the left, and then right you have the older ones. I really like the older ones better, and I'll show you here. These have that kind of World War I German stormtrooper look to them, and I really dig that. So that's why I like these ones so much. Don't use them very much, but I do like them. Okay, this is one of my Storm Vermin units. This one here is, I think, 105 members strong. This is the one I take out when I want a big group of storm vermin. Here's a smaller one. I think this has got about 65, and this is my red storm vermin unit. A lot of plastic and metal in here. This is another 1 or 2 storm vermin units that I have, and I often use that banner for something else, for battle standard or something like that. These are my gutter runners. I almost always use gutter runners, so here they are. Okay, now we have our abominations. I have 4 abominations, kind of 5, but basically 4 abominations. Abby, the dreaded abomination, is my first one before they came out with a model. She is wearing a dress. That's why she is an abomination. Vermin Lord in a dress is an abomination. I named her after young Frankenstein for the brain. Abby Normal. Okay, these next 2 that I use for abominations, one's from Mordheim and one's from Necromunda. I don't really remember which is which, and One is called something like the Crier or something like that. I can't remember. If I had to find out, I could tell you, but I'm not really sure. I made a mistake and had the painter mount a gray sear on this one, but I can still use it in Abomination. And here's my Abomination. My third one. I use this Abomination too. It's the Brood Mother from Forge World. I usually don't have somebody seated on it. I've only used it once or twice. It looks pretty cool. Vermin Lord without a dress. This is a different one. Don't see him very much anymore. I played with him a couple times in the 90s, and that was about it. Okay, here you have clan rats. The ones on the right are metal ones from the 80s, and on the left you have the newer plastic ones. And then there's a mix of other stuff in the back. Here you have different characters and different mounts and things like that I wanted to go through and explain about. Here I have a lot of Warlock Engineers. If you ever want to do one of those shooty games where you're using all the lightning shots and stuff like that, what this is. Here's some named characters. I don't like named characters. I don't like to use them, but I will use Thankful because Thankful is Thankful. Felix and Gotrex, I'll use them too. I have to use Skrulk for the Plague Monk army, and I have to use Throt for the Pied Piper army. I also will use Squeal because Squeal's too cool. It's really cool to have regeneration in a Rat Ogre unit, so I can't help myself there. These are not GW, but they're made after the Magic the Card Gathering game in the 90s, and they're really cool, so I have those out there too. Here's my gray Sears from the 80s and 90s and whatever else. Here's Thankful. He's the man. I'll play him just because he is Thankful, and what can I say there? He's just very super cool because he's goofy. I think these guys are from a series called The Mouseling. This is the kind of thing you do when you have a Skaven opponent and he goes to the bathroom. You replace his general with one of these when he comes back, and then he gives you that look on that. You get that look on his face, like what? Here's some more non-GW figures that are pretty cool. Here I've got a couple mounted Rat Ogres. I've seen better jobs than this, but these are the ones that I had done, so that was pretty cool. A German company made these. I really like these. I haven't used them in a game because I do most of my games at a Games Workshop store, but these are fantastic figures. I really like these mounted figures. There's about 4 of them, and you'll see here. Here are the boxes I store my figures in. They're just regular card boxes, 5,000 count. I also put them in some wood boxes too, but they've lasted me a long time, and I really like them because they're cheap and easy, and you can see they stack very high, and I don't have any problems with them, so I really like these. And that's the end of my Skaven army list presentations, and I'll do some others for other armies here soon. Thank you for watching, and I will put other armies up there too, and some battle reports when I get a chance.